Hi y'all, Easy Slider here. Part 3. Where do I find requirements for my long distance relationship marriage? Well, as you're aware, we've been tracking the requirement portions, preparing for marriage to your long distance relationship partner. In part 3, we're going to be discussing the requirements for after marriage. These requirements are just as important as the before marriage requirements, and they can't be skipped or forgotten about. So let's get started. Of course, you and your partner are married by now and you're settling into your new life, and it'd be just great if we could just forget about everything else and not worry about the after stuff, but I'm sorry, it don't work like that. The good news is a lot of the hard part's behind you now. Even though you're going to be filling out some more forms and you're going to be spending some more money, at least you're on the downhill slide. And you're finally together, or at least I hope so. The final forms, or the forms that are going to be getting it where she can work and getting it her status changed from temporary to permanent status. As I mentioned in video 18, from time to time after all this is finished, you'll have to renew her status. But that's just like if you were living in her country, you would have to do the same thing. It's not a big deal, all right? So in video 20, we'll be talking a little more about her status renewal, and we're going to be talking about citizenship. So you want to make sure you keep following along. We've come this far, and so don't give up now. Be sure and bookmark these videos because you want to have them where you can easily reference back to them and not have to be looking for them. You know, as people are different, the before and after were the hardest requirements for me. Maybe for you, may not be, but it was for me. It was the hardest part of the process. But, as I mentioned, you're on a home stretch now, and you're in a winning position, so it's really getting good. I want to bring your attention to some of the pre-marriage and also the after-marriage requirements, which are going to have you going places that are going to be handling things that you'll need to get done, all right? So expect to travel. Hey, if you want to feel better about it, spend the night and make, like a little extra honeymoon or extra vacation out of it. If you're lucky, you won't have to travel too far from home, but it's possible you might have to. But I found out that all of these things that you have to do just seems to bring you closer and closer to your partner. It requires you to do a lot of things together and work together, so you just naturally start finding ways to work out problems and get through the stress. Because it's not like you're doing it by yourself. Now you have somebody helping you. Now, as we've been going through this, I've been trying to bring you some material that's going to be of value to you. And certainly all of the government regulations can be kind of tough, I'll admit. Okay? And I need your help. I can't get this out to everybody. I need you to subscribe, and maybe you haven't ever subscribed to a channel before, but I'm going to ask you to do that for me. I'm going to ask you to subscribe and like, hit the notification bell, and tell your friends. Send them a video address and let them click on it and learn what we're doing here. Maybe they're not interested, but they may know somebody that is interested, and that would help. So if you can help me like that and just mention to somebody, look, I'm going to be sending you this, and tell them what it is. Say, if you know anybody that can use this, tell them to get connected. So, and I'll thank you for that. And I can tell you that if it helps them, they'll thank you too. All right. Looking at all the forms, you're going to find some that you can send in right away and some that you have to hold off on. I'm thinking that all these after marriage forms, if I remember correctly, you can send in pretty quick right after marriage, okay? Be aware that when you send them in, that you're going to receive a confirmation back. And on the confirmation, it's going to have instructions for what they want you to do. And it might be like they want you to go have a biometric. It'll also give you instructions on where to go, when to go, and it might tell you to fill out some more forms. Wow, okay, I know. Just pay attention to the instructions. And you know, now you begin to see the why I've been telling you to save copies of everything. The last thought I want to share with you is don't expect it to be fast. A lot of things that I thought that I would send in that would go real smooth and be real fast didn't go fast. It took a long time. Now, you can go online and sometimes you can check and see where in the process you are. It'll tell you, but then other times it won't. So you can just check and see. And you know, I've got a thought that because of the immigration being so flooded right now because of our open borders that we've had, that it's going to take a while. And I'm thinking it's going to be a while before it gets to where it's moving smoother because they're just so overwhelmed right now. Okay, I'm going to post a few forms that we've got here and look at these forms, write them down, and then I'll be back with you in just a minute to give you some more information. Okay, remember, additional forms may be necessary depending on your situation, because remember, we're all different. Check to make sure, and it's going to be your responsibility to do this, to make absolutely sure that you've got everything in that you need to. Keep in mind, you're going to be getting instructions on what to do and where to go and when to go, so just pay attention to all of that. You know, the good news is you're almost finished with the bulk of the work, and when you're finished, all you have to do is sit back, take a deep breath, pat yourself on the shoulder, and wait. Bless your heart. This has not been easy, but you're doing okay, I promise. Remember to watch video 20, and we're going to be talking about citizenship, and we're also going to be talking about renewal of your status until you reach that time of citizenship in video 20. So that's one definitely you don't want to miss. And I have a little secret I'm going to share with you in video 20. It's going to be a secret that I think you're going to really like, okay? So come on, let's go and let's just slide on over and check out U.S. citizenship. Does your long distance partner want to be a citizen? Come on, let's go talk about it.